So apparently we were having a video issue, which is weird. So I'm just waiting for folks to come in. I deleted the other live stream and we are going to see if folks can come in and tell me they see me or not. Okay, so you guys can see me and hear me, right? Phew, that's weird. Not at all something that I deal with. Usually we don't have a lot of issues. Except for me, that is. That's the big problem. Okay, good. Oh, hello, Off Grid World. Hey, Lisa Colovi. Hey, Gwen, Broke Cowgirl Homestead. Hey there, Juana and Nick, about 6 Acres Homestead. Good to see you all. I know Holman's Homestead was there. Hey, Mon's Family Homestead. Good to see you. Sorry we had that technical issue. I don't know what was going on. So clearly it's not my camera. I suspect an update, though. I do suspect an update. Well, now that you guys can see me and hear me, hello and happy Friday. So what have we been up to? Well, it's been cold. We started off the week frigid. Hey Tony, our cabin in the woods, good to see you. We started off frigid. And then we warmed up into the 20s, which is kind of normal. So, that's not a big deal. Hey, Hugo Homestead. Good to see you, CB. And I painted my piggy quilt, block quilt last Saturday. Have to go back tomorrow to finish it. Gwen says this whole week has been nothing but trying to stay warm and keep animals fed and watered. I'm done. No kidding. So much more work. I will give you a sneak peek at my quilt block. I posted it on Instagram. Let me just see which one I've got here. So I won't show you all of it. Hey, Blue Collar Homestead. Good to see you guys. Busy. Yes, I bet. So this is my piggy quilt block. I actually have the pig done. Tomorrow I have to do the border and I'll be done with it. But oh my gosh, all day long, standing in one spot, painting. It was incredible. So cute. And I added a curly tail. Absolutely had to have a curly tail. Love it. Hey, River Rat. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Nancy, our Nancy, not Nancy, our cabin. Nancy, our treasured home. Sorry. But yeah, and then thank you. I'm really excited about it. Enjoyed some pickled cauliflower, homegrown cauliflower that we made and canned last summer. Yum. Oh, highly recommend it. In the ball book. And we grew mushrooms. And tomorrow we harvest them and we're going to have a pasta dish. Ryan found a recipe for them, but here's what the mushrooms look like. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? So excited about them. They're gray oyster mushrooms. So from the time they pinned, which is the time they start growing, to tomorrow, that's 7 days. That's so fast. And then we just start growing again, which is so cool. And it'll grow 3 to 4 pounds. And then what else? Oh yeah. So excited about this. Yep, 7 days. So we literally started them on the 11th of January, the day we bought the kit. And it was pretty boring the first 7 days. After 7 days, hey, Farm Fresh, good to see you. After 7 days, they pinned, and that means they started to grow. And then, boom, I swear we could see them growing daily. Like, it was wild. And Then I finally got started spinning with my e-spinner, so taking fiber and making it into singles for yarn, and then I have to ply it. And I found a spinning class near me on February 22nd. So it's going to be on a treadle wheel, which is manual, but mine is an e-spinner. But really, I need to learn the techniques. So that's what's really cool about it. So really, really excited to get the spinner out and get that going and get a move on. So pretty excited. So lots of good stuff going on. Excuse me. Let me see who we've got in here that I missed. Blue Collar Homestead. Hello, hello. Off Grid World, Mr. Ryan. Or no, my Ryan has been wanting to do mushrooms. Do it. Do it. So fun. If anybody wants the info for this company, they're $20 a kit, and I don't know what the shipping is, but they do have an online store. Love it. Pretty exciting. They were pretty cheap compared to a lot of other kits that I saw. So I thought that was cool. Hello, Alicia Farm Fresh. Hey, Living a Rogue Life. Carla, we've been thinking of you. Um, and actually tonight was just, I felt like maybe prayers were needed. So just throwing that out there because prayers are always a good thing for you, for anybody, right? Yeah, it's been fun, Holman's Homestead. Really liking it. Let's see. Hey, Andale. Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty. Let me make sure that that is completely gone because I deleted it. It said it deleted it, is what I should say. But let me do that so nobody else is hanging out in there. So bear with me, folks. Sorry if you're watching the replay. I just want to make sure that we have that live gone. Where is my channel? There we go. Bear with me, guys, just a minute. Okay, yeah, I don't see it. I hope. Yep. Go to the lives. Don't see it. Good, good, good. Anywho, sorry about that. Good point. Thank you. I will weigh them. I just grew mushrooms from a box kit. It was amazing. Awesome, Carla. Hey, Sandra Stitches. Good to see you. Good day. Oh, let's see. I'm just trying to catch up here, guys. It's kind of weird because I'm on the YouTube live thing, which I don't usually do, and it's kind of weird. Hey, the Cow Emporium. Good to see ya. You saw my stuff on Instagram, so I don't need to re-show that stuff. We were talking about the mushrooms and the spinning. Hey, Mountain Grandma. Good to see you. All is well, Blue Collar. Thank you, and I hope the same for you guys. Prayers are always needed. And Carly, you're always on my mind. Always. You just got interrupted by an ad on this live? Sorry. I don't usually do it on YouTube, so I'm perplexed. So I'll apologize. You're probably going to get ads. I don't care if you watch them. I'm just going to be real. Okay, did I miss anybody? Mountain Grandma, I said hello to. Do you eat the mushrooms raw or always cook them like saute? Um, I eat mushrooms raw, but we will cook them. They're going in a pasta dish, a creamy pasta dish. Hugo Homestead, we said hello to. Take care, Tommy Mons. Thanks for stopping by. Hey there. Welcome to my Cape Cod life. Yeah, you usually get an ad when you enter the live. if Lisa remembers to turn the monetization on, because it's a pain. I can set it up from my phone, but once it's set up in StreamYard, I can't do anything without coming to my computer. So, mushrooms should be cooked so you can get the most nutrients out of them. So you can get them. Oh, pretty interesting. Thanks, Sage and Stone. I appreciate that. I've seen it on a few lives, only a few times. Gotcha. Well, I'm excited to have them, and I plan on freeze drying some. And, you know, we eat Salisbury steak probably once a week. Which we had a ton of mushrooms. We dried, freeze dried. Well, they were just awesome. Um, and it's been great. Hi, welcome to my Cape Cod life. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. I just feel like I missed somebody. I don't want to. I grew oyster mushrooms, but I really want to grow button or shiitake. Yeah. So this company um has oyster mushrooms and lion's mane, and they also have lobster lion's mane. I don't know. I am not a mushroom connoisseur. Yeah, Clarkson's. Yeah, I've heard about them. Black Hills mushrooms. They are in Rapid City. They go for $20 for a 10-pound kit. I don't know what their shipping is, but they do have an online store. I was at the farmer's market buying up some pork because I had pork producer certificates and hay about 6 acres. And we had an impulse buy because these people were standing out in the cold and we were like, we want to grow mushrooms. So for $20 for 3 to 4 pounds of mushrooms, and you just keep growing them for a bit, I'll take it. So very excited. So lots of good stuff. Sorry. So before we get into garden planning, tell me what are some topics that you want to know more of that you think um would be good for live streams on Friday nights, because I think, we can figure stuff out and all that. And I always like to find out what you guys like. I love mushrooms too. Living Rogue Life gets her kits from Lone Star. And Sage and Stone says, yes, you can grow and grow and grow, and you'll get way more than 3 to 4 pounds. That's good to know. Yeah, we're going to just keep growing until it stops. They said you can do it about 3 times, but I'm going to keep going. Hey, I think Rhonda's here. A little bit of everything Homestead. Hey, Rhonda, welcome, welcome. Hey, Don Ray B. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm missing people, so I apologize. Yeah, so if there's certain topics I can look into and all that kind of stuff, I love to do that kind of thing. So that's cool. But for those of you that just came in because we got kind of interrupted, I'll just show this again. I'm sorry that I see Gwen's got an idea. No, it's not hard to get a guest. I just have to get my butt in gear. All right. I'm just writing these down before I show you. Gwen said fertilizing seedlings. Jeez, why does this keep breaking? I am like a technical nightmare today. Fertilizing seedlings, potting up, potting medium, hardening off. And then Rhonda said growing mushrooms. Alicia said interested in Ryan's butchery. That man does an amazing job. Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep those in mind, guys. So for those of you who just came on, I'll show you what I was showing everyone. So I painted the quilt block. Again, I'm not going to show you it done. The question is, Barb, do you love me or not? So that's the piggy quilt block. I have the pig finished. I'm just not going to show that to you yet. And tomorrow I'm going to do the border. And then I showed you guys homegrown cauliflower pickled, the ball recipe. Highly recommend. Really loved it. I threw it over tuna. It was delicious. Really good. I love you too, Barb. um and then so tomorrow I go finish that, and then real quick, just because I don't want to bore the folks who just saw it already, I've been spinning on my e-spinner, and I'm going to take a class on the 22nd. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be all day long too. So that's going to be pretty wild. So really cool. It's very wonky. Um, it's got a lot of thick and thin because I'm figuring things out, but super stoked. Super stoked. So there'll be a lot more spinning in my future. Does the e-spinner have a speed control? It does. It has a tensioner, it has a speed control, it has a foot pedal, and it is mesmerizing. It really is. Like, it is so relaxing. I absolutely love it. And it goes a lot faster than the drop spindle. And hey, Don Ray B. And it's really cool. I actually find it harder on the slow speed, Gwen. It's actually challenging because it stops. So, oh, you guys are great. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And yes, I see Tammy in the chat there. I forgot to show a picture. And tomorrow we're harvesting our first mushrooms that grew this week. So there they are. We're real excited. Tomorrow's day 7 since they pinned. Oh, and they're so wonderful looking. I love you guys too. You guys rock. I know it's crazy. In 7 days, um, they do grow fast. Making you hungry. Yeah, me too. Me too. I really love mushrooms. They are gray oyster mushrooms. And I don't know that I've necessarily had that variety before. I probably have in soups and stuff, but I'm looking forward to it because we've got a good pasta dish. So if I leave now, I'll be there in time for supper. On your way. Come on over, Annette. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Good and meaty. Shred them with your fingers. Wow. I love them. I'm gonna freeze dry some, but we decided we wanted to have a meal with them fresh. So Ryan found a really good pasta recipe that we're gonna do. So super stoked. So garden planning. I like buying the biggest portobello mushroom I can find and then saute it in garlic butter and eat it like a steak. Oh yeah, and I love stuffed um ricotta and cheese and spinach portobello mushrooms in the oven. Oh my gosh, they're so good. So good. So yeah, we're going to look into doing that. They are just I love mushrooms. And they freeze dry amazingly well. They will grow again, Tammy. We will make a slit in another part of the package and we'll start our 2-week cycle all over again. And we'll just keep doing that all over the bag. It's a 10-pound bag. And we'll just keep going. So, and super easy. And, it's funny. There's all these different things that, I don't know. They were saying, like, if there's too much carbon dioxide, um, in the area where you're burning it, like if people are doing it near a wood stove, we have a pellet stove right in that room, and we had no problem. They grew. It was $20 for the kit, and Black Hills Mushrooms has an online store, and the kit was reasonable. It's a local company, really happy with them. You can tell if they need more air because the cap stays skinny and small. Yeah, that's what I was reading. Interesting. Yeah, they seem fine. Portobello mushrooms, stuff with blue cheese and chopped walnuts. Oh, sold on that. Do you compost the bag after the couple of cycles? When we're completely done with the bag, yeah, we can compost it. Absolutely. Very affordable considering a few ounces of dried mushrooms from the same company was $16. I'll grow my own mushrooms. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So we'll just keep growing them. So we're pretty excited. It's sort of like Ryan's project, and he's doing a great job. So I'm gonna let him keep it. um, so talk about your garden planning. So tell me, what are you planning for your garden this year? What are some things that you're gonna do? And while you guys are typing, I'm just gonna tell you what we're doing. Um we are doing an experimental year. We are going to try and grow some things that we've not had success with before. We're basically doing it, like I said last week, was to rotate what we're growing where because we don't have a lot of options for rotation. So, one of the things that we're looking into is growing bush acorn squash, some butternut squash in different places. Obviously, more cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower, but we're trying to add in some experimental stuff. Probably more peppers too. Excuse me, to see how that goes. Because I'm not going to grow all the tomatoes I did last year, and that's mainly because we have so many tomato products. I want to try something different. So like for example, onions we won't be growing this year. I can get them cheap. I can get them organically. Um, so I'm not missing out on the pound or two or three that I get. Um, so all that. And some of it is because I did apply for a job at a greenhouse. And so if I end up working there for a few months, um, I'm not going to have as much time. So I want to make sure that we're doing the experiments and stuff. Onions galore. I had issues with nitrogen and aphids and need a remedy for our soil while also growing in the beds. Oh, what a pain. What a pain. I had a little bit of rot last year. Gwen is growing tomatoes, peppers, squash, corn, herbs, carrots, broccoli, cabbage, probably some potatoes somewhere, and onions. Oh, and Malabar spinach, and possibly loofahs. um, about 6 acres. We are growing a lot of what we did last year, but we're going to do squash starts. Last year we direct sowed squash and they got decimated. Okay, that makes sense. Um, little bit of everything homestead, everything starting new this year, location fencing, water source, some tons of vegetables. Awesome. Yeah, you're starting all over again. Hey, Crystal's Pets and Plants. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Gwen thought she was going to downscale it this year. Not so much. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're just trying to do some different stuff, just to try and see if we can have some success with some other stuff. Cucumber, peppers, tomatoes, celery, potatoes. Ooh, good for you, Alicia. That's awesome. Carla's growing more black-eyed butter beans thanks to Gwen. Going to grow okra again. Oh, nice. Barb is growing herbs, peppers, and a couple tomatoes. Nice. Off Grid World is doing herbs and the seeds from the Survival Seeds 2025. Just getting started on the property plus more foraging identification. Oh, that makes sense. That's awesome. Yeah, I was excited to find the bush variety of um, the acorn squash, because they say the bush plants will get 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 squash on each plant. So, that's pretty cool, and I figured if it's a bush variety, we're more likely to get it, but I also picked, shorter variety seeds as always. Blue collar's gonna grow them maters, they love them maters. That's awesome. How do we feel about Brussels sprouts? I grew them last year and love them. Love, love, love them. I did them from seed and I put them in the asparagus bed. They didn't do well. I pulled them. The heads did not form right. They were open heads versus tight heads. The ones in the back did a lot better. Um, did a lot better. So, besides the regular garden choices, trying dried shell beans, never grown them. I wish I could. I look at the days for them and they're just way too long for us here. That's awesome. That'll be really great. Barb's enjoying what's left of our snow. Yeah, more snow than we did. Crazy. Tomatoes, peppers, gonna try to start the broccoli and Brussels sprouts earlier to see if they work out better this year. Want to grow more beans and peas of all kinds. Survival seeds also. Good deal, Tammy. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I mean, grow all you can. I mean, experiment all you can. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work, right? I mean, let's face it, we had 5 years of that. Hey, Nick, good to see you. Um, so yeah, so we figure we're just gonna try all that kind of stuff and see how it goes and give it a chance, right? Nancy's hoping and praying for a better year. Definitely need to get something to amend the soil, not rebuying potting soil. Yeah, yep, I agree. We're hoping to use our compost from the back because I really would like to avoid any kind of potting soil this year. Um, any kind of soil. But I do know we need a little something, something like, well, the tomatoes did last year because the chicken manure was not enough, or the way we amended it wasn't enough. They seem to need a little more nutrients in there. So we had to fertilize a lot heavier. Yep, exactly, Holmans. Just get in there and get experimenting. So that'll be good. I'm hoping this hard freeze helps reduce pest pressure for the fall garden. I hope so too. I hope so too. Diesel is apparently in the living room, upset that I'm not out there, which I find hard to believe, but he looks pretty depressed. Um, I've got sweet potatoes making slips. Gonna try a box with a window over it. They're not supposed to grow in my area. What is your area, off grid world? Are you in Canada or are you in the United States? Funny thing, the sage that grew up about 2 inches is still out there popping through the snow. That's so funny, Nancy. Gwen is using her own compost to amend beds and probably putting some in the ground rows, which needs to happen soon because I need to clean out the barn again. Yep. Tammy needs to learn and understand intermittent fertilization. I've been doing it once when planting. I think more is needed. I want more from each plant. Yeah, I usually fertilize once or twice, if that, if that. So he is cute. He's pathetic. I will give him a kiss from you, Lisa. So off grid is in BC, Canada. Oh, I totally get it. Yeah. We're supposedly 5 something, and I don't buy it. I don't buy it. We still fit the criteria for 4B in my opinion at our house. So, totally get it. Um, I know the main thing is starting things early. I haven't started anything yet, but sweet potatoes do take a long time, I've heard. There's a, Instagram account. Gosh, what is the name? Gosh, they're up in Canada, but they're in a 3 zone. They grow a lot of stuff, and I've always been amazed by what I think it's called vegetable gardening or something like that. So, I don't know. Oh, let me see here. I just realized I'm on Top Chat. Jeez. If I've missed your comments, I'm sorry. Um, oh, thanks, Annette. She thinks they're Alberta. I've started herbs, potting peppers, tomatoes, onions tomorrow. Good for you. What method has everyone had the best luck with to amend your soil? Like I said, we used aged chicken manure. Um, and we also um use our compost, and that's done well. The only thing I found with the tomatoes was the tomatoes needed a little something something to prevent the blossom end rot, and they needed a little more nutrients, and that they did fine. So I've got to bring soil in, all rock here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we have a lot of rock too, but not we have raised beds, and where we have the gardens we're okay. So that works out pretty good. But off grid world, if you saw broke Cowgirls Homestead's comment above yours, Little Mountain Ranch grows sweet potatoes in BC. Hey, Drops Family Garden, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. They said get azomite. Yeah, having the goat manure is really great because it's not hot. Where the chicken manure, we've got to age it. Usually, what I do is I try to separate the poop piles under the roost and try to compost that in with the soil. And then the pots are ready. And then when it's gardening time, everything's ready. We try to do 3 months off grid world. That's what we do. Last year, we were just under 3 months and we had no problems with it burning anything. But usually 3 months. So if our stuff is frozen through May and we can't break it up, then we take older stuff and mix it in. If it's a warmer year and we have, um, like last year was warmer, we were able to mix the manure with the soil in the pots in a wheelbarrow and have it all ready by the time it was time to plant in June. Cover the hot fertilizer under a tarp. Yeah, I use goat manure and composted chicken manure, rabbit manure, and we had rabbits, but it's about equal to goat manure. Yep. Yeah, I don't think it'll cause a fire by us. I totally get what you're saying, but I think because of our cold temps, our stuff has just been sitting there for 5 years. So this is the year it'll be ready. It's good and processed. We just keep adding to it, and the deer pick through it. But I don't sit there and make sure I've got the right mixture of everything. I just keep dumping stuff down there. But absolutely. Um, Anybody grown anything new this year to them? Like any new plants? Like I said, what we were growing, we were gonna grow um let's see. I was looking through at my pictures of my seed orders, see if I could get them. Hang on a minute. We have got we got cauliflower and broccoli again, some of those. We got Brussels sprouts. Where's the oh gosh, I must oh, butterbush, buttercup, orange sweetie peppers, ancho poblanos. Got more lettuce. Um I got green macerata or macerata cauliflower. Green cauliflower, that'll be interesting. And then I got butterbush, butternut. Bye, blue collar. Good, thanks for being here. Have a good night. Good to see you. Nope, just Annette's trying soybeans and chickpeas. That's awesome. Carla says, I honestly haven't thought that much about it. You've been kind of busy, girl. Always love trying new, just can't think of anything. Not growing anything new, Gwen said, but trying cabbage and broccoli to see if they'll produce in the spring for me because she usually grows them in the fall and winter. Awesome. That'll be really great. That'll be really awesome. We are trying to add more flowers to our garden, but not really any new veggies. We didn't plant enough flowers last year. Gotcha. I've got, it's funny. I'm not a flower person. I mean, I love them. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely love them, but I don't have the real estate for flowers. So, one thing that we do every year is usually a flat of marigolds, whether I grow them by seed or I get them locally, and we just throw them in all the gardens. And I use the marigolds for soap and infusing in oil. Same thing with calendula. Um, I would love to have more sunflowers. The problem is all my fencing, they're gonna go above the fencing. I'd have to put them in the middle and they would just take up room. I'd rather grow veggies. That's me. Um, I had sunflowers a few years and the deer just right before they opened, the deer ate them. So I really would like to have more. They're just so beautiful, but and I love what they do. I just don't have the room for it. And again, this year is all about trying to rotate and get things in different places. So, yeah, sunflowers are amazing what they pull out of the soil. Nancy said, right now I'm taking the Lost Skills Academy class, Lost Remedies, one by Dr. Nicole Appelian to learn more about herbs. So I will probably start doing more herbs. Good for you. That's awesome, Nancy. You go, girl. Gwen wants to do flowers, sunflowers, marigolds, zinnias. Yeah, zinnias I've not had a lot of luck with, but I had chamomile last year. It didn't grow well at all. Constantly harvesting though, like you said. I got a little container of it. That was it. Hey Annie, good to see you, our urban homestead. Excuse me. Ooh, Carla started a butterfly garden. Nice. Really nice. Pineapple weed is a great alternative to chamomile. I will look that up. Of course, I was the queen of lemon balm last year, and then I realized I can't ingest it because of thyroid issues. So, not growing lemon balm this year. Nancy said I'm also going to try hyssop this year. Good for you. Nice. Good information. Lots of good information. I'm actually not wanting the garden stuff to start. I'm actually enjoying all the other stuff we have going on right now, and you know, the class I'm going to take on the 22nd and all that stuff. I'm really enjoying it. And it's been really cool, and I've been enjoying the the change, right? It's a change of pace, but it's a different change because it's doing different things. But here we are, we're almost February, so we got to look at getting ready to farrow and breed and all that stuff. So looking forward to that. I'm always looking forward to the farrowing, so we'll see how it goes. We don't have a lot growing. It's been way too hot, not even worth planting. It'll get burnt due to the hot weather. That's a shame. I know, I can't believe it's almost February. So we've got to start tracking heat. Um, and probably put Grant in with the girls in February and see how that goes and all that jazz. So it's just wild. But we also had a late harvest because we harvested Whalen in December. Um, but we have to get going because we're going to keep pigs from litters this year to again grow for pork for next year. So you got to stay on it. But there's just never enough time when you're trying to learn new stuff and figure things out and all that jazz. I have zero success with herbs except basil. It grows like a weed. Yeah, I grew a lot of herbs last year, but I don't parsley. I've never had a problem growing parsley. Here, I struggle to get parsley. I have no idea why. It's so bizarre. So bizarre. We get it. It's just tiny. It's stupid. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like there was something else I was forgetting. Oh, and then this room has to be painted. We got our bedroom done. We've got to paint this room. Plan to do it. Plan to do it this week, but it's a room on the end of the house. Um, it is. We were having sub-zero temps, and so the pellet stove is on the opposite side of the house. So it wasn't warm enough to paint in here. And quite honestly, when it gets that cold, we close the doors. So unless I'm working in here, we keep the doors closed to keep the house warmer. So next week we're supposed to be in the 40s. So I'm gonna have to give up all the fun stuff and start painting ceiling and walls and all that and doing the hardware on the doors. So that'll be good. I agree with you, Gwen. I see you said you need to learn to do cover crops, but a lot of the time your garden is still growing in December. That is the problem that I have, only a little different. I want to do cover crops, but when I'm supposed to plant the cover crop and grow them, we're done growing. There's nothing growing. We wait until first frost, we're done. There's nothing growing. I love painting walls. Rhonda, come on over. Come on over, Rhonda. I have decided I am doing all this painting, so I don't have to do it again. The ceiling is the worst, but I we did a ceiling and one wall coat in one day, and then the next day did the other coat, and we'll be done. But it'll look really nice. It's a I don't know if you can see it. Nope. Hang on. Well, you can't see it. Sorry. It's a gray color. It's on the wall back there. Yes, paint party. Come on over. Bring your good eyesight. Oh my gosh, I could not imagine living in a 2,700 square foot house. That is huge. Wow. Same last frost, second week of May, sometimes first week of June, then frost first week in October. Yeah, so ours is usually mid-June or first week in June to second week in June. But we had one after everything got in the ground last year on like the 18th. And then we usually can get it anywhere from September on, and I think we made it till end of September last year, and then the year before was October, which was really nice. I agree with you, Carla. I don't enjoy it, but I love it when it's done. It always looks so clean, all that stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, we have a short grow zone like you. We're at a high elevation too. We're at about 5318 feet above sea level. Also, before I forget, say that was the other thing I wanted to mention. Say a prayer for folks in North Carolina. Um, they're having a propane shortage now. And that is the last thing they need, North Carolina, Tennessee, in that area. Um, because folks are living in campers and tents and using propane like crazy to stay warm, which is insane. But we'll leave it at that. Yeah, it's just awful. It's just awful. Um, they're having a really, really bad cold snap, and it's horrid. Thank you, Off Grid World. Anybody else have anything else going on they want to talk about or share, want me to share? I don't know if I missed Holman's Homestead if they left. I feel bad if I did. I was struggling with the stupid live. I don't know why it was black tonight. Oh, Rhonda, a little bit of everything Homestead hit her milestones for both hours and subscribers. And about 6 acres, they hit their subscriber milestone. So those are exciting things. Congratulations to you guys. Good night, Off Grid World. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys don't mind that I said that, but I just wanted to say that. It is awful, Tammy. It's awful. Is my soap ready? Yes, my soap is ready, and we've been using it. I've been washing my hair and my body with it, and it works. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Um, so what I'm gonna do is my infusions for calendula and marigolds are ready tomorrow. Oh, thanks, Off Grid. You're very kind. Um, they are ready tomorrow, but I won't strain them until I'm ready. I just know that tomorrow's the minimum. And so what we're gonna do is once I get through the painting the barn quilt and stuff, then I'm gonna do some of the more soap with the lard. Hey, Indiana Backyard Gardener. Hey there, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Good to see you guys. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. But you guys gave me some really good topics. Gwen's going to be rendering tallow. How exciting. Yeah, I've got to get to mine. And you could do it in a heartbeat. It's super easy. Super easy. Hey, everybody, please send prayers to Carla living a rogue life. She had minor surgery on the 29th and her first chemo infusion on the 30th. So she would like some extra prayers so she doesn't freak out. Praying for you, Carla. Tons. Bye, Rhonda. Thanks for being here. The biggest thing, Anne, is get the safety equipment for the lye and make sure you know the right way to add the lye. It's lye to the water, not the other way around. I don't know yet, Nancy. I'm going to do it locally. I don't know that I'm going to be doing it online. Happy birthday to Gwen on Sunday. Thank you for all your prayers and the well wishes to everybody. I think that's wonderful. That's what I love about you guys. All right, guys. Well, good talking to y'all as always. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties. Very bizarre. We will try it again next week, see how it goes. And we'll take it from there. But more to come, Heather. It went wonderful. In fact, I have to go back tomorrow to finish it. So that's why I'm going to end a little early. But it looks beautiful. I will definitely be showing you guys how it turned out. I've been trying to take pictures of it to try and put a video together. So, hey, Nino and Lo, good to see you. No worries. But love you, Carla. Love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay warm and all that stuff. And thanks, Zan, for sharing that. Thanks, moderators, and take care of yourselves. Love you guys. Bye.